wow, look, it's moving. Oh, so cool.
Asian parents, all they recognize as proper studies, accountant.
Just what am I doing?
Tag your video reference.
I stay up the whole night. I thought I did a lot of work, but I see that I only draw like 4 frames, so it's
I was like, oh, this is so boring.
Somewhere like TM also always remind us, follow your reference, guys. Follow your reference. I'm like, okay, I follow. But my reference is bad, sir.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I would like to introduce myself a little bit. My name is TM. I am currently a lead animator in Passion Republic. I am also a Malaysian, so I have been animating professionally for more than 10 years. Currently, we are working on games. I am also a part-time lecturer. I've been teaching for more than 7 years. I am teaching in one of the art college called the One Academy. Throughout my teaching experience, I make a lot of connections with my students. Often when I talk to them, I notice their perspective is very interesting. I would like to share this with you all. Okay, hence, today I've invited 2 of my animation students. They are all in their final year to talk about the educations in Malaysia, our industry, or even how they pick this animation course out of all the courses out there, right? So if you are someone that is interested in animation course to study in a college or universities, this clip is made for you. Let's get right into it. Today, I am very excited to have 3 of my students here. They are all animation students from the One Academy. Currently, they are in their final year. Okay, so let's get right into it. We will start with introduction first, okay? Kenny, can you go first?
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Keyne. I'm 20 years old and I'm an animation student, 3rd year student in the One Academy studying. Yeah, well, animation. That's all. Hello. We'll be quiet.
I'm Kuok Yao. Yes, I am Kuok Yao. I am 12 years old. I'm just kidding. I'm 19 years old. Also a 3rd year student in One Academy.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Victoria, also an animation student in the One Academy and working on our final year project now. 20
Yes,
years
the
old
last
as well.
last push. Last push. Okay, we're gonna do some little warm up first before we go into all the hot topic today. Okay, so we're gonna do this warm up. So I will questions like really quick. Give you guys like a really quick answer. Then you only have 3 seconds to answer. Okay, you have to think fast and answer fast. Okay, so Kenny will go first, followed by Kuok Yao and Victoria. Are you guys ready? I have 4.
No,
I have 4 questions.
I'm not ready. But
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
What's your favorite color?
Pink.
How pink?
Okay. What, Kenny?
Pink also.
Okay. Koyo?
Okay, blue.
Okay. Next question. What's your favorite anime?
Haikyuu.
I don't know.
Okay, it's fine also.
That one need more than 3 seconds answer.
1 3 second already? No?
That's a very
Kenny?
hard
No?
question.
What?
Did you answer already?
Yeah, you say Haikyuu.
IQ.
Ah, okay. Me too. Because I only
Oh,
watched
really?
that. Yeah, I
Oh.
only watched that. It's on Netflix. Anyway, next one. What's your favorite animated movie?
It's a even
that's hard,
harder
that's hard.
question, man.
Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Oh.
Right now is Wish Dragon.
Okay.
Oh my. I think right now I also wish dragon.
Okay, I cannot think of any. It's too stressed.
Exactly. Because I just watched like a Wish Dragon like video, so I was like, okay, Wish Dragon.
Okay, I can think of already. Mine was is Soul right now.
Oh right.
Yeah.
I also love that.
Okay,
I
last
still
one. What's your favorite food?
Ramen.
Brinda.
No idea what's that.
Chili banh mi.
Chili banh mi.
You don't know
Oh,
what's
that's all?
involved,
Okay.
so?
Mine is like fried chicken.
Whoa. Okay.
Is it the Korean kind or the...
Any kind that is fried, that is bad for your health. That's me. Okay, it seems like everyone are kind of warm up already lah.
Are you sure?
Right. Okay, so let's dive in to the topic that we are going to discuss today. We have quite a few, hot topic to discuss. First off, I really want to know how you guys pick this subject, as in animations, because when we, finish study your secondary school, everyone is looking for like a subject to study, to follow study. Like, why and how do you guys pick animations?
Okay. It's a long journey. Like I am a very curious person, so growing up, like I never really like also like kind of like laid back. I thought I was laid back at the time, and I was like, oh, it's okay. I'll just think about it later. And the first time I thought of like a major that I wanted was actually interior design, and yeah, that's something that I that's kind of far from animation. And then I went through so many like different majors, like industrial engineering, food science, everything, blah blah blah. I ended up with almost going with graphic design. But then like I saw like the major like before TOA, as in the One Academy, I went to a school in Singapore. So I was talking about like that time lah. Like I was like, oh, okay, this looks fun. Illustration design with animation. Sounds like I'll draw an anime. I don't even know what that is at the time. I was like, what? How do you actually animate? I don't even know. I was like, okay, let's just go with it. And then like after a term there, I didn't really like where the course is going on. It was still like foundation year, but then I asked my seniors, and I don't know, I just didn't feel it. And then my mom like asked me when I went home, like, how is it there? And are you happy? And I was like, actually no, I want to quit. And then because of like the whole situation, I went through like a few months of like, not doing anything, and I was like, what do I want actually? And then like I actually like before that I went to Malaysia. I'm from Indonesia, by the way. So I went to Malaysia and I went to the One Academy, and I was like, "What's this? Animation?" And then they showed like a bunch of reels and everything, and they said like, "Oh, illustration you will be drawing a lot, but then animation is a whole different nature. You're gonna like use Maya. You're gonna." I was like, "What's Maya? What is that?" And I was like, "Okay, it sounds interesting." And then like the education agency that brought me there, like I had to do a personality test, right? And they said like, you have to be careful though. I feel like your personality don't fit animation
Oh,
because animation is all about little details, and you're impatient. You can't do that. And I was like, "Ah, I can. Let me prove you." And I was
so
like,
that
okay,
is
so
one
I
of their
actually going
marketing
with
skill, right?
animation. Oh,
Good
maybe.
job.
Yeah, and then yeah, until like year two only, like I really, oh, so this is animation. But thankfully, like I really love it now, I guess. Like I'm happy with the major I
Nice.
chose, so that's yeah how I chose animation.
Okay, thank you so much, Kuok Yao.
Uh, for me, also started since I was a child, my life story. So when I was a kid, right? I mean, since I was a kid, I always like reading stories. Like I used to read a lot of books, not anymore, because now it's all about watching shows and whatnot. Uh, but since I was a kid, I really enjoyed like reading and writing stories. So I thought that maybe one day I should go into the entertainment industry, talking about like shows, games. Even maybe one day I can write a book. Who knows? So yeah, this like it's the stuff that really resonated with compared to other stuff that we usually do in schools, like clubs, other subjects. Usually the happiest time of my day is to come home, watch my favorite cartoon, play my favorite game. So it starts from there lah. And when I was in high school, that was like the time where I really really didn't like anything. So I was like in that emo phase. So animation was all I had when I went to go and buy like a little drawing tablet. I go and try it out myself. I found it quite fun like it gave me a lot of satisfaction when I did it. All this like little bouncy ball or walk cycle I can do. Wow, look, it's moving. Oh, so cool. So I thought like, oh, since I have nothing else I want to do, I might as well go and do this. Like, go and venture into this. That was my initial plan. I wanted to go do 2D animation. So luckily I enrolled into a 3D animation course, even though it wasn't what I wanted to do at the time. But it's also very interesting. So I'm kind of grateful that I did that. Learned a lot of stuff.
Nice. What about you, Victoria?
So how I picked animation. It's very funny because I didn't expect myself to go into this field all the way until the final year of my high school. Because to my Asian parents, all they recognize as proper studies is, accountant, lawyer, and all the other Asian fields. And it's also funny because I have three older siblings, and all three of them are accountants. So, yeah, so I really thought that I was gonna go into accounting as well. And but also since like young, I always asked my parents if I could do art, but they always said no. So I thought, okay, I have to set my goal towards accounting. But then by Form 4, when I actually started doing accounting in high school, I was like, wow, this is so boring. So boring. Every time in accounting class, every time doing the accounting work, I'm so bored. And I always think like, is this really my future? Is this my future? This is so sad. And it's not that I can't do accounting also. It's not that I can't get good grades. Like I could, but I didn't like it. So fortunately, at some point, my parents actually noticed how upset I was doing accounting and all these other subjects, that finally, after a lot of arguing and tears and years of tears, by the way, they finally allowed me to just do whatever I wanted. And I'm like, yeah. So the moment they gave me that green light, I started finding out what kind of art uh, art or design field I wanted to go into. At first, I thought of fine arts because I only knew about traditional art, and then I was only familiar with traditional painting and things like that. But after looking more into it really doesn't suit me at all. I don't understand abstract art at all. I don't understand any of that. And then I thought of illustration, which is super cool. I still really look up to a lot of illustrators, and I do hope I can paint like them one day, but that's going to take practice on its own. Uh, and then one day I was like watching some of my normal, typical animation films, watching cartoons and stuff. And then I noticed how happy I was, seeing all these characters come to life, and how much personality you can put into a character just from animating them. And it just brought me so much joy that at that moment I was like, oh, yes, animation is what I want to do. I really want to do animation. So after that, I started looking into other universities, other colleges to see which of them offers the animation course. And after going to so many open days, talking to so many counselors, I ended up, actually, honestly, TOA was not on the top of my list, but at the end of it, after going through all of that, after reading a bunch of stuff online, seeing how to choose the best school, I ended up deciding on TOA, even though I was still quite skeptical coming in. But now that I'm in my final year in TOA, honestly, I mean, I'm not promoting TOA, but I really don't regret coming into TOA. It's been a really great experience, and
Nice.
I'm really happy I chose TOA.
It is always amazing to listen to all of the, especially like younger artists point of view, especially like how you guys pick animation and all, because I see a lot of I don't know, freshness, it's so fresh. I'm kind of like a vampire sucking up all the fresh juice into my brain. That really keeps me going. I mean, I explain it like this, it doesn't sound so good, but that is really how it keeps me going. And also that is also one of the reasons why I have three of you here, so that you can share more of that to more people as well. Okay. So I have this one quick questions for everyone here. As an animation student, what is the thing that you worried the most as an animation student? And if you have overcome it, like how you overcome it.
Uh, one of my biggest worry as an animation student was okay. First, my worry as a student in general, I'm like scared of like disappointing my lecturer. I have this feeling where I need to always do my best. I need to always get the okay. You know, it's if the lecturer is like, then I'm like, is it bad? Oh no, oh no. I get like super like frustrated, but then I guess I'm getting way better in that. But I'm also one like opposite side of me. I'm scared of overestimating myself. Like sometimes, like I feel like I want to achieve a lot as a like kind of like my personality. I really want to always like contribute and like really want to like give my all. But then, can I actually do it? Like sometimes I overestimate myself and I end up being like so physically tired. So those are like my biggest worries as a student. I am getting there. I feel like I'm getting better, but it takes a lot of learning and it takes time. Those habits don't just change overnight, right? um, if as an animation student itself, definitely my biggest worry was setting too many keys. I know you know this because when I started TM's class, I was like, it was just the first week, and then like we had to do like a fast dancing like animation. And then, yeah, everyone's was like kind of like choppy and like just really like hitting so many like walls, and then like I'm like, I think I set too many keys because like after my first like blocking for one of like our first assignment, he's like, oh not bad, but you set so many keys, and I was like, oh no. I got like so worried and I just like message TM even though I don't really know him. I was like, hi, I have like a question because I feel like I set too many keys and everything. And yeah, I just realized that well I did set too many keys. But I'm learning. I'm really I don't know if I have improved
Nice. That
significantly
is
or
good
not,
enough.
but I feel like I do set less keys. I
Mhm.
I think so. Yeah. I guess that's like my biggest worry as an animation student. And parenting,
Technical.
constraint, all those stuff is still like kind of like scary. Yeah. Yeah, technical stuff is scary for me. But I'm excited to learn more. So yeah,
Okay. What
that's
about you, Kuok Yao?
all the worries I have for now.
For me, the biggest worry I have as a student is more on what comes next after I'm done being a student. Because, I mean, this animation field, right? There really isn't a lot of people you can talk to about it. You know, like, my family, nobody works in this entertainment industry.
Too
No,
new.
I don't have any friends that, work in it. So, there's a lot of uncertainty. Like, once I graduate from one academy, where am I gonna go, am I gonna succeed in what I do, So, it's a lot about that, it's like worrying what comes next. Because if I find out that maybe I'm not suited to this later on, or I don't enjoy doing it in the long run, then I feel like I wasted my time. So that's like a little bug in the back of my mind, like, constantly gnawing at me. But for now, I feel like, I mean, this problem I can't solve it now, right? It's only like wait and see what happens, right? So for now, all I can do is try and enjoy it the best I can, work as hard as possible to get as good as possible. 'Cause
Finish
I
final
really
year
don't want to
project.
be yeah.
Okay. Victoria, what about you?
Oh.
Me, my worries as an animation student. Okay, in general, as a student, my biggest worries is always definitely not being good enough because I am surrounded by so many talented people that I really look up to, but I also always have this fear of not being as good as them, or uh, I'm always worried that they would end up, in all the good places while I am pushed to the back because I'm not good enough. Yeah, and then that would be the same as animation lah, because there's so many things in animation that you gotta learn. It's really a whole skill that there's so much to learn, and I'm really worried that I won't be able to hone those skills properly or yeah, I'm always worried that I won't be able to understand how to do something properly, and that is really my biggest worry. But how I overcome that is, I guess, by always reminding myself that I've only been doing this for like a year only. Actually, it's from since I started till now, it's only been a year. And thinking about it, it's really amazing how much I can improve in just a year. And I try to remind myself that if I keep working harder, if I keep working hard, I'll be able to improve more. And well, I just gotta trust the process lah. Yeah.
Wow, that is very inspiring. Very nice. So, that's the reason behind why I asked these questions, because I have been graduated for like quite some years already. So my thought is not as my thought is not as fresh anymore, because I am like hustle.
Hopeful.
We got work, your animation. We just want to make the best animation. So, when we start teaching, because as an educator myself, I really want to understand more like what my student is thinking right now, like what kind of method I should use to inspire him or her. So I think it is nice to listen to all of this from the students. That's the main motive of this question here. Okay, throughout the years in this animation course, what is your biggest challenge? Just now you guys mentioned about your worry. Like, what is the biggest challenge that you face? Then to those that they plan to venture into this animation course, maybe you guys can give them some suggestions.
I think one of like the hardest things to do is recording my references also, or like finding good references.
Oh, three of you agree.
I agree.
Okay. I hear dialogue. You know what? I'm an actor. I can do this. Then I look back at my footage. What am I doing? How am I gonna animate from this? Like I'm a beginner. I need a good reference to learn, right? If it's already bad, we don't have like the visual library in our head to like improve yet. And like how am I supposed to do it from? And then like someone like TM also always remind us, follow your reference, guys. Follow your reference. I'm like, okay, I follow. But my reference is bad, sir. Yeah, I guess that's like the toughest. So I honestly really love it when I like see animations online and they show like their references also. I get to see how like they improvise from their own reference, or if like they're just really good at acting, how do they do it? Like how do they like act really expressively, or like I guess in terms of acting, like if, like all the like body movements, I can't do that obviously. I need to like find online. Also, like how do people like find the right keywords? How do people like collect all of these references like over the years? How do they like? Yeah, it's like one of like something that I really struggle with, and I am constantly trying to learn and be curious about how people do it, because I think knowing how to like act well and able to find good references will benefit me a lot in the future in anything aside from animation. Yeah, I guess that was my biggest challenge. References.
What about as a student though? Haven't you faced any
Oh,
bigger challenges as a student?
you're my interviewer.
I'm just
Thanks, Victoria.
As a student.
I have a co-host here.
Hey.
Student. Personal also is fine.
Yeah, if you are fine, we are fine.
It's not super personal, but then like at first, because like I'm Indonesian, right? And I went here, and then like I went into a May batch, which is mostly locals. The only one that's
Okay.
in my batch, all majors, not just animation. It's just 8 people, and as far as I know, it's only down to like 6 of us now. And yeah, so I was like, okay, they're speaking languages I don't understand. They're saying slangs I don't understand. They're saying curse words I don't understand. Like, oh, okay, cool. I'm just gonna not. Yes, I know. Hmm? Uh, I just smile a lot lah. The first few times I just smile a lot. Like, yeah, I just felt like so. I don't know. Like I just if I want to ask about my assignments also, I don't know what to ask. Like I feel weird. Like can I ask him? Can I ask her? Like I just like talk to the lecturers a lot on this. Like, I was like, hello, 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 hello. I just like message the lecturers a lot. But then yeah, along after like a few sems, I mean I've only met Koya and Victoria and like Victoria sem year one sem two, Koya year one sem three. But then also I don't really talk, right? But then I think because of MCO, right? Actually, or that we had a photography trip from TOA, and then I think our class just kind of bonded from there. And then like because it's MCO, everyone just started talking in the class group. So I have friends. Yeah, and then I think having like not exactly a lot of friends, but having people you can rely on in like all this journey of like learning animation, learning stuff that art especially that can really make you insecure. You need people to like reassure you sometimes, and yeah, I'm really glad for that. That was my biggest challenge as a student. I need to have people I can rely on.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Yes, it's your turn,
Yeah.
Kuok Yao.
Yeah, for me also, filming video reference definitely one of the more difficult things for me to do. But personally, I feel like I struggle a lot with meeting deadlines because I'm not a very disciplined person. So I don't know why, but like when I'm given an assignment, right, I'm usually unable to like start doing it right away. It's like the urgency is not there. So like as the weeks go by and the deadline draws closer, then only I start to like, oh shit, I need to do this, I need to do this. So every time it's like last minute work. So I mean now I'm working to fix that. I think I progressed a bit in terms of that. So luckily I hope it's gonna not be a problem soon. Yeah. But in terms of like, let's say which subject or which semester gave me the most trouble in One Academy, I would say there was at one time we had to do storyboards and animatics for one of our subjects. Yeah, I really struggled drawing the storyboards. I don't understand or know why, but oh my god, man, that was pretty difficult for me. I stayed up the whole night. I thought I did a lot of work, but I see that I only draw like 4 frames, so it's like, yeah,
But you improved already.
I hope so. That really
Is it
like
because
threw
you
my
had to scrap a
motivation out
lot?
the door. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like I draw like wait, this looks like shit. I'll draw again. So the whole night just gone like that. No sleep the next day. Nothing to show for it. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Right. Where about you, co-host?
So my biggest problems, okay, as animation in general first, definitely also taking references lah. Oh yeah, I feel like because even dialogue which is like 10 seconds, I have to take so many videos that takes like 1 or 2 hours just to take all those references, and then at the end also I'm like, is there any that is usable lah? I also don't know. And then because of that, when I'm doing the animation, I guess I'm not confident in my own acting. That's why I keep on trying to change the animation to make it better. And then TM will always tell me, follow your reference. Your reference is very good one. You need to follow. You should follow your reference. I'm like, really? It's good. So yeah, that's definitely one of my biggest challenges lah as an animation student, because I don't have confidence in my acting, and then I cannot really put it out in my animation as well, which I'm really working hard on. But as a student in general, well, I somehow my energy levels can deplete very fast, and also the thing about TOA is even on the first week, you are already given so much work, and then also another
Thousands of
thing,
assignment.
yeah,
Yeah.
tons of assignment. And then like another thing about TOA is we are only always given just 3 weeks for sem break, and then because of MCO there were one time where our sem break was cut short to like 1 week only. So every time I come back into the semester, I feel like I just only got used to sem break. So I'm like, I want to relax. Then suddenly all this work start coming to me, and then I'm just so overwhelmed with all the work. And then also sometimes when I give my work in, then the lecturer doesn't seem too impressed, and I'm like, oh no, what is wrong with me? I gotta improve, I gotta improve. But then I also don't have the energy to improve, which can really put me down lah and lower my self-esteem also. So I mean, at one point, I feel like I was at a really low point that I didn't even feel like doing my work anymore. I felt like there's no point because whatever I do, it's still gonna come out really bad. And that's when I also actually reached out to TM, and he was really nice. He encouraged me and he gave me a bunch of advice that really helped me. And now I am back and stronger and
Glad it
improving.
helped.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Speaking about
Oh,
video
yeah.
reference, video reference is kind of like my go-to thing. I always ask students to tag your video reference. I always say that. I mean, even in the productions, we always say that also lah. Yeah, but then taking a video reference is, to be honest, it is not to say acting is hard, but it's the whole process of understanding the brief, fitting into the rules, like 10 second, have a few emotion changes, setting up camera, acting it out for like 100 takes, putting it into the computer, edit it in After Effects or whatever, show it to your lecturer. So it's all the steps is like just too time consuming. But if you want to animate good animations, that is what you need first. I mean, unless we have, yeah.
I have a question though. Oh yeah, because we used to like always animate. I mean, our previous semester we have like our own dialogue, our own whatever. But then we can act our own selves, right? We can be us. But right now that we're going through the final year project, it's actually like really hard to shoot references because we need everyone to feel like this character. Like we have a personality for this character, and everyone needs to like give off the same energy. Like, do you have anything to advise on that actually? Because we've
Yeah,
been
that
quite
happened a
struggling
lot in
on
the
that
production
actually.
as well, because you imagine if you are animating a games, you have like, I don't know, more than thousands of animations that you have to do, right? And you have to stay in that character. So usually we will look for a teammate that is with full of energy, that are super happy to act as our actor. So usually we have, let's say, a list of shots to animate, for example, like hundreds of shots. We will ask that teammates to help us to shoot all of them in the
Wow.
shot,
Oh.
one or two,
Also one
something like that. So
person.
the quality is more consistent.
What about? Oh, sorry. What about like old people? Like, what if like the
Yeah.
character
Where
is
you
old?
gotta act. I mean, you have to act it out, or you
Huh?
have to just find a way, act it out. I mean, obviously we are not, all old people. We will act it out, and obviously look for some video reference to just support us, find some acting choice that we can put in, stuff like that. Sometimes we can't just follow 100% with our own video reference, right? We have to improvise a little bit also.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
cool.
how we
Thanks
do it.
for
I know it
answering
is
me.
hard to shoot a video reference. It is time consuming, but that is one of the way to improve your animations, especially when you're new. That is how you put everything into your brain. Process. Don't just rely on your impressions. That's what I always say in the class.